What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV and welcome to another speed test, this time between the OnePlus 6 and the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So in the usual format, we'll be initially looking at some benchmark scores, moving on to some regular social apps, then some games, and finishing off with RAM management. Now the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus I have here is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 variant, and in my experience, the Snapdragon variant has been slightly faster compared to the Exynos variant, and that is the reason we're using the Snapdragon variant for this test. If you want to see my speed test between the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 versus the Exynos 9810, then that video will be linked in the cards as well as in the description below. Also, to keep things fair, the resolution of the S9 Plus has been set to Full HD Plus, and this is to match the resolution of the OnePlus 6. So kicking off with some benchmark scores for Geekbench, the scores are very similar as expected, and that is because we have very similar internals. But the OnePlus 6 does score slightly higher for the multi-core score, which is interesting. And for Antutu, once again, the overall score is slightly higher for the OnePlus 6. Right, now let's get straight to the test. You can see here that we've got nothing open in the background. We're going to start off with Twitter, and that was pretty much neck and neck. We'll go over to the notifications. Maybe slightly quicker on the S9 Plus. Instagram, slightly quicker on the OnePlus 6, my profile, pretty much neck and neck. Opening up an image, once again pretty much neck and neck. Pages Manager, neck and neck once again. And we're going to be moving on to YouTube now. We've got slightly different content here, so we're going to be going over onto a video that does not have any adverts. Got some trailers here, and there's the Mission Impossible one, so let's go into that. That was exactly the same, so very close here so far. Now let's move on to some games. So we're starting off with Angry Birds 2, and you can see this timer here at the bottom, which is going to tell us exactly how long each of these take. And this time it was the S9 Plus, which was slightly quicker. Now let's move on to Mario Run. That was bang on neck and neck. Now we're going to play the game, which was maybe slightly quicker on the S9 Plus, but this could be down to human error, so very close so far. Moving on to Sonic Boom. Slightly quicker on the OnePlus 6, but really nothing in it. Once again, this could be down to human error. Now we're going to go into Temple Run. Slightly quicker on the OnePlus 6. We're going to play the game here, and we're going to move on to Subway Surfers. Slightly quicker on the OnePlus 6 again. So there is very little difference, but some of the games have been loading up slightly quicker on the OnePlus 6. Dead Trigger 2 was exactly the same for the load screen. Now we're going to play the game and we'll see which one of these loads up faster. Again, just a split second between these two. I want to emphasize that this could be down to human error. I am using my hands to press both of these, so there could always just be a slight difference in the time that I press these. So when it is a little difference like this, then we can't really take that into consideration. Moving on to Asphalt 8. That was actually just over a second quicker on the OnePlus 6. And our final game here is Real Steel Robot Wars. And I know we're loading up a lot of games, but this is to test out the RAM management later. And that was quicker on the OnePlus 6 by a few seconds, so that was definitely a win for the OnePlus 6. We're going to play the game. And just a split second between those two, so very little difference. So some interesting results here. We're going to be testing out RAM management. Starting off with Asphalt 8, it's open on both. Dead Trigger 2, same place on both. I'd expect both of these to perform well. Subway Surfers, same on both. We have 8GB of RAM on the OnePlus 6 and 6GB of RAM on the S9 Plus. Everything is still open as we had left it. Mario Run still in the same place. Angry Birds 2, same place. YouTube, we can start playing the trailer right away. Pages Manager, same place on my friend Zach. Instagram, same place, and Twitter once again in the same place. So there we have it, guys. That is the detailed speed test between the OnePlus 6 and the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, as expected, the results were very similar, and that is because we are running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor on both of these. But if I was to pick an overall winner, it would have to be the OnePlus 6, and I think that might be thanks to the additional RAM that we have. Although most games were just a split second apart, which could be down to human error, towards the later stages, the OnePlus 6 was slightly faster, and this may be because it can allocate more RAM to those games. But generally speaking, both of these are some of the fastest devices out there. I don't think you're going to have a problem with either of these. What did you guys think of the results? Were they what you were expecting? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications. There's lots more SuperSaf style content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.